All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here toiling in His truth. I'm Pathaka
Matthew.
And we're from the GMS Dallas camp here in Dallas, Texas, man. And we just want to come with another quick hit lesson, man. I think we're going to go into the fact that plagues and pestilence are plaguing Babylon and throughout America and really throughout the whole entire planet Earth, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is visiting this place, man. As a matter of fact, when you go in the scriptures into 2nd Ezra 9, which we can get that, you know what I'm saying? 2nd Ezra the 9th chapter, it goes into how the Lord was going to start visiting the earth in which He made, man. Which He's doing that right now, and you can clearly see that if you're paying attention, if you have a spiritual eye, if you have that spiritual discernment, that spiritual eye. Which only that's going to only be given to the elect, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're the only ones those men are the only ones that's going to actually have that foresight, man. And when you look throughout the planet Earth, you know, you're seeing all kind of pestilence and disease. You know, you got the coronavirus in the earth right now going hard. You know what I'm saying? Which we're going to bring, I think we got some articles that we're going to get into. And then, you know, you got the locusts going throughout Africa and up into Europe and Asia, down into Pakistan and all, and they're on their world tour, man. You know what I'm saying? These locusts are on a world tour, and they're the size of major cities, man. You know, and the scriptures speak about them in the Old Testament in Exodus, them covering the earth, man. So these things are happening. You got wildfires everywhere, man. Down over in the Amazon, I believe it's still burning down there. You got over in Europe, and then you got the animals dying left and right. You know, kangaroos and different stuff. Just packs of gazelles and different things just falling down dead. Whales beaching themselves. Fish, you know, belly up in the water. Just all manner of pestilence and things going on in the earth with the Lord plaguing this place. Then you got the tsunamis and the earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes going hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All of these things is the work of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Because He's visiting this earth with these plagues and pestilence that's written in the scriptures, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got anything you want to add?
No, I'm getting right into it.
Okay, well, you go ahead and grab that 2nd Ezra real quick.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. And it says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made.
And there it is. And those are the times we're in right now, man.
Right.
The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is visiting the world in which He made.
Right.
And that's why all of these things are happening in the earth as we speak. You still have the protests, which I think is going to go into that. You know,
mm-hmm.
those left. You got the left against the right. You know what I'm saying? You got the yellow vest protesters. Still, all these things are still happening in the earth to this very day, man. And it says that we about judging the time. Measure the time
diligently. How
do we measure the time, man? We measure the times by the way of the prophecies, man. That's written in the scriptures, man. You know, we go into the look at the different underground news sources. We pull up articles. We pay attention to what's going on in the planet Earth, and we filter those things through the scriptures, man. That's how we measure, because the scriptures are the ultimate measuring tool, man. Because that's the prophecies, man, which is what Yahweh Shai is all about, pursuing the Revelations, the 19th chapter and verse 10. And of course, when you read in Sirach, the 39th chapter, verse 1, it tells you that we should be occupied in prophecy, man.
That's right.
So it's all about prophecy. And all of these things aforementioned is prophecy, Bible prophecy, man.
That's
you know? So,
I got a quick one.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, and as it went into, like you say, we're measuring the times, but we know what is coming up to, because the Lord, what it says in 2nd Ezra 13, that He was gonna actually start visiting the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So we're starting to see that happen now. That's why you see so many chariot sightings now.
Right.
That's why they're trying to set up a space program.
Right.
But like I said, it's not going to get better. We're seeing as the priests start bringing out how all these pestilence pestilence and plagues and everything is coming upon the earth like it did in ancient Egypt.
Right.
This is modern day this is Sodom and Egypt spiritually.
Revelations 11 chapter and verse 8, man.
That's right.
You know, that great city, which is America, man. That ain't talking about some other place, man.
Right.
This is that great city, man, for all you scoffers and haters, man, that can't see it. You know, but continue.
I got a quick one. It says Isaiah 13 and 11. It says, "And I will punish the world for their evil, and their wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible." All right. And like you say, he's going to punish the world for the evil. Why is he punishing the world for the evil? Because he gave, the hand was given into, the world was given to the hands of the wicked. Okay? The world was given to the hands of Esau, pursuing Job 9 and 24. And what have he done with it?
Right.
What have he done? He has destroyed everything. Like you say, this world will end. It will be no flesh left, as the scripture said, if this man keep doing what he's doing. Now they going into the virus and things like that. Like ultimately, we know this is Most High's movie and it's set up, but he putting it on these Moabites' minds, putting on the Edomites' mind, because we don't know exactly how this derived and how it started spreading this virus. But we do know the Lord setting this up for it to be a lot of woe coming into the world. Okay, a lot of sorrow. As it said, you know what I'm saying. If you keep you read up, like you say, up above, a little further up, we'll go back into the day of the Lord. It's going to be a lot of sorrow, and a lot of sorrow is going to lead up to the day of the Lord. Right. Okay. Right. It's like they said, Wuhan, when that virus started, it was like you know, in Egypt, like you said, we just got through the Passover. What happened with Egypt when the firstborn was killed? It was a big old mourn, a big old. You can just think and imagine how many people, everybody screaming and crying, and that loud cry throughout the city. Right. Just think this is going to happen throughout the earth.
And it's not. If I can add, Slaki, priest, if I can add to what the priest is saying, as he mentioned that mourn, that cry from the firstborn. Right. Well, you can imagine how it's going to be now, because the Lord ain't just going to come after the firstborn. He finna get all you people, man. Right. He getting all y'all, man. He's not just going after the firstborn. So it's going to be a whole lot of death, which lines up with the scriptures when it says in Isaiah the 66th chapter in verse 15 and 16, the slain of the Lord shall be many, man. That's right. You know, it's going to be a lot of death, man, and destruction. The Lord is fixing to go hard in the earth. He's not playing games, and Jake is out here playing games, man. Right. You know? Right. And playtime is over. But was that it?
You got some more? You wanted that 66 and 15.
God, you can bring that out.
This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. It says, "For behold, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua will come with fire and with chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire."
And those that the chariots are what's been taught are so-called UFOs, man. They're not UFOs, man. UFOs they don't exist, man. Right. Those are they're actually IFOs, which are the chariots of the Most High. You've been taught they were UFOs, but they're actually the chariots of the Most High Yahweh, the chariots of Israel, man. The salvation, those that's supposed to going to deliver the nation of Israel in this second Exodus, man. That's right. You know what I'm saying? As crazy as that may sound to the majority of you people, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scripture, the Lord said that He's going to do a work in your time that you will not believe, man. Right. Though you were taught or told it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's talking about this ministry as well, this truth. You know, the prophets and everything being out here as well. But that's going into the different things He's going to do as well, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And what is that one in Wisdom, Solomon, the verse, the 5th chapter? Get that for me real quick, and then we'll come back to this. We're going into the chariots. Solomon 5th chapter. Yeah, they're not going to believe where they're not going to. I'm trying to remember exactly how it's worded. 5 and 2, I believe it is. Wisdom.
I think that's it. Yeah, this is Wisdom Solomon 5 and 2, going to like the terribleness, right? Right. Yeah, it says, you know what? Now I can start. This is second Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and no man, Salaki, and made no account of his labors.
And that's happening right now, man. Those men are standing in great boldness. All these camps, beginning to start with GMS, man, the Apostle Har on down, man, throughout the four corners of the earth, and like-minded men that's teaching the right doctrine.
Right.
You know, that one doctrine, that one true doctrine, the right way, man. You know,
Right.
those are those men that's standing up in great boldness, man. Because you got a lot of these groups out here that they ain't standing in boldness, man. You know, they scared of Esau. You know,
Right.
took that Judas purse, man, selling out the 501c3 charter, and they ain't speaking on things they should be speaking about, man. But these men are standing in great boldness in the face of him that have afflicted them, man. You know, that didn't take no account of their labor. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
You know, because those same people are the ones that they'll say are lazy. You know, and they had them in captivity, free labor for hundreds of years, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they'll call them lazy.
Right.
Who is that? Who is that talking about? Esau, Edom, you so-called self-proclaimed white people, man. You know, and you do it all day long, calling so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans lazy, man.
Yeah, and that's why it says Micah 2:10, where it says, "Come up, rise and depart, for this is not your rest." You know what I'm saying? And it says because it's polluted, it will destroy you. So we came out of that mindset. So that's why we want to have with the bad way to tell our people this is not the Christian church, is not the correct doctrine. We also like to tell them, hey, what you see in these everyday life, and like you say, the world and the 2/3 of our people is not the right way. Turn back to the Heavenly Father, because we starting to see more and more destruction, famine, everything is starting to come upon the earth, and it's not going to get better. Like you say, because the elect is going to get sealed, because it's through prophecy. What is that? Revelation 19. Spirit of, you know, we're
19 and 10.
Yeah, 19 and 10. We're presiding in the spirit of prophecy.
Right.
So we're letting our people know this is about to happen. The 2/3, like you say, they're not going to hear.
Right.
Keep going. Like you say, Esau, you know, our labor, that's our labor. We go out on highways and byways,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? We're presenting ourselves to living sacrifice.
Right.
You know? This is back in Wisdom of Solomon 5:2. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond that they look forward.
So terrible fear is coming
Right.
upon these people and upon the planet Earth, man, because they're going to see the skies lined with what they've been taught are UFOs, man. So they're going to be running around with like chickens with their head cut off, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to understand what's happening, man.
Right.
You know, but they've been taught it's sci-fi. It's not sci-fi. It's Bible, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what after that? What it said about the strangeness?
Yeah, it says the strangers of salvation, so far beyond that all that they look for. Keep going. Verse 3 says.
Well, no, I wanted to speak on that.
Okay.
That it's the strangeness of his salvation, man, because it's going to be by way of the chariots, man. What
Right.
you've been taught are UFOs. So these people are going to view that as strange, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to understand it. They've been taught as sci-fi. So that's the strangeness of his salvation, man. You know? So when we come out on these highways and byways and on these lessons and tell you that the salvation, the second Exodus, is going to be by way of the chariots of the Most High, you know, that's the strangeness. That's what it's talking about, man.
Right.
And that's not even far-fetched, because when you go into the ancient, man, during the time of the Exodus, that's what led the children of Israel through the wilderness, man. You know, by day it was a cloud, and by night it was a pillar of fire, man. It turned the lights on. That's what it means, man. It's not talking about an actual fire, man.
Right.
The chariot turned the lights on at nighttime, and it turned them off in the day. It didn't need them in the day. And back then, there was no such thing as electricity, light like we have today. Right. So it was pitch dark, man. You couldn't even see your own hand in front of your face, man. You know, so the chariot would turn the lights on, and it would brighten up and light, and it led them through the wilderness, man. Same chariots. But go ahead.
This Hebrews 2 and 3. I'm gonna read 3 and 4. The point is in 4. It says, "How shall we escape if we neglect so great salvation, which at the first began to be spoken by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and was confirmed unto us by them that heard him, Yahweh Shem Yahushua also bearing them witness both with signs and wonders and with divers miracles and gifts of the Holy Spirit according to his will. All right. And like you say, those signs and wonders, okay, and those divers miracles, we're starting to see signs and wonders, like you say, with the chariots.
Right.
Everything coming, and like you say, those miracles back in the day, back in the time when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, he was showing those miracles. And those chariots, this is miracles what we're starting to see. When you see chariots, best believe it's going to be possibly earthquakes.
Right.
It's going to be storms.
Right.
It's going to be like you say, pestilence. So, because these what is that? Zechariah, where the chariot basically talks about their going to a terrible sight. But these chariots, like I said, for the heathen and for the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, which is so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans, it's not going to be a delight to see them. Okay, it's going to be a terror unto you. All right.
Who's it in 5?
Isn't it 5? I could probably find it.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up.
Yeah. But it's to be a curse that's going to go about.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
It's in 5.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's in 5.
Yeah, it's in 5.
Yeah, you want to bring it up?
Yeah, come.
As a matter of fact, I'll just start at the top. This is Zechariah chapter 5 and verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying robe.
All right, and what's that flying robe? Okay. All right, John told you what that flying robe was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, with Ezekiel. That flying robe is those chariots. Okay.
Verse 2, and he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
There you go. All right. It's not no delight for the heathen nation of 2/3 to see this. When they see this is bringing about a curse upon the earth. Okay. One reason, because this earth got to be cleansed. So this is going to, what the chariots that are going to bring is destruction, death, and also the cleansing agent. One thing, those nuclear bombs is going to cause be a cleansing agent, and also the lays and beams that's going to come for those chariots, that's going to be a cleansing agent as well. But you got the other nations and the 2/3, they're going to be inside the earth, and they're going to basically be consumed when the earth is being cleansed, basically. Okay, so destruction is drawing that. And like you say, this is a curse that's going upon right now with this coronavirus.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Believe it or not, this is a curse, and best believe you're gonna have I best believe it was chariots around the Asiatic area, like you say, around China and what have you. When this plague came about the earth, you know.
Come. Want me to finish it up?
All right, finish.
Finishing out verse 3, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it.
All right, so that's going, like you say, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is drawing that line. Okay, so when you go into Revelations 11, when he say, "Come up out of her, my people." You know what I'm saying? When you go into Micah 2 and 10, it goes into the philosophy and the ways of the world. But when you go into Revelation 11, around the 12th verse, when it says, come up out of my people, that's when we're going to be delivered up. Now, that's when it says drawing that line, the elect is going to be on the side of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, on the right-hand side. But the 2/3, they're going to come through the loins of the elect. But the thing is, they're going to be caught on the other side of that line. Okay, so when you I heard someone saying that, okay, this coronavirus, nobody, no Jake ain't got it yet. But the thing is, if no Jake ain't got it yet, you know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna put it on the mind of Esau. If not, he's just gonna basically mutate this coronavirus for it to actually, for Jake to get it. And when Jake end up getting it, then what's going to happen? It's going to be all world panic among the so-called Black, Latinos, Native Americans. But, you know, this is happening, and it's no way around it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to stay prayed up and stay up in this, okay? You got to come out those philosophies like Micah 2, and also you get prepared for the Lord to deliver you up going into Revelation 11, okay?
And if I may add, too, also when it speaks those who are being cut off that swear and steal it is going into this vagabond Esau as well, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's stolen everything that he has. He's stolen. He don't own a thing. He don't have nothing but a little plot of land, and that's going to be given to the tribe of Judah at the end of the day, man. You know what I'm saying? So this dude has nothing. He's a vagabond. You know what I'm saying? He's a bum, man. You know, so he's stolen everything, and that swearing is you step into his court buildings, and what is he gonna do? He's gonna have you swearing on a Bible that he does not uphold or keep in any manner, in any type of way, man. You know, he's actually contrary to it, but he'll have you swear in on it. You know what I'm saying? That's a damn hypocrite, man. This is the biggest hypocrite on the planet. You know, and I just want to bring out this very next verse. It says, verse 4, this is Zechariah 5:4. I will bring it forth, talking about the chariots, that curse, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of armies, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, you Edomites, man, you self-proclaimed so-called white people, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. That's that swearing in on the Bible. You know what I'm saying? They try to act like they call on the Lord, like they believe in him. You know, that fake false Christianity. You know what I'm saying? And they'll act as if they're so holier than thou. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I think it was Ronald Reagan who declared that the Bible was the law of the land. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. But then they turn around and make laws to protect sodomites, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Come on, that's a no, man.
Yeah. And our people adapt to it. I mean, he go on the Esau and say, and our people defend it. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's why it says, ye are your father's the devil in John 8. Because our people is supporting what this man is doing. Right. And he only bringing death and destruction upon this whole earth.
Right. Come. That's it on that, right?
Come. I'm for the second Ezra's one.
Well, I think there was a point in that just about the, you talking about, oh, second Ezra, yeah. Go back to second Ezra, yeah.
Second Ezra's 16. We're doing 16.
What are we doing now?
Oh, come.
Yeah.
Some more than that.
Yeah, a little bit more on 9. Going into those pestilences and diseases and stuff.
Back in second Ezra's 9, verse. I'm gonna start at verse 2. It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, thou shalt then thou shalt understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
And we're at the end, man. Right. We're at the end of this devil's kingdom, his society, his setup, his rulership. You know what I'm saying? And how did the Lord speak? By the mouth of his holy prophets, man. As the scriptures say, man. Since from the beginning, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has always got down that way. He tells you in Malachi, the 3rd chapter, verse 6, he doesn't change. Right. So he's still doing it that way in these times, man. And these men, you know, the priests right here and all these men that you see throughout the four corners of the earth, you know, teaching this right doctrine are those men, man, in these times, whether you can receive that or not, man, you know. Right. The scriptures say in Ezekiel, what is that, the 3rd chapter, whether they hear, whether they forbear, you know, they shall know that a prophet had been among them. You know, you people are going to know at some point, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people are starting to, you know, they're starting to change their tune as we speak. But I'm speaking overall. You people are going to know that these men are the men of the Lord. They're the prophets, and that you should have been listening, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Okay, now you can go to.
I got a quick one. And just real quick, this is 2nd Ezra 16, and I'm going to jump at 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. And I want to bring it out because, like I said, the Lord, he said early up in the verse, it says it's going to be plagues that's going to come upon earth, and who should drive them away?
Right, that's in verse, what, 5?
Yeah, come. So we starting to see, and I wanted to get, I actually wanted to bring these articles out, but I wanted to just kind of bring out some topics, like some different article topics of what's going on around the world. All right, so if we look, All right. So if we go into like what's going on in America, it says New York. All right. Corona cases jumped to 76. That was one day ago on MSNBC, and also they saying they have declared a state of emergency. Okay. Fox News. New York declares state of emergency as Cuomo announces 21 new coronavirus cases. This was March 7th. Was it yesterday? Okay. Now you got to think that's on the East Coast. When you go into the West Coast, you're gonna let me see here. You have California. They had that Grand Princess that boat, that ship.
Right.
You know, people still going on shit. On the vacation, taking all this, and also they said people are getting quarantined for that. Mm-hmm. California Grand Princess passengers face quarantine. Faces quarantine. Mm-hmm. Then you have coronavirus lives update in New York Times. Cases in the U.S. cross 500 and death rise to 22.
Right.
Okay. And even Ted Cruz, that senator, he's gonna self quarantine. So these the plague was just spreading. Then we were speaking earlier. What was that? A couple of days ago, it was 400 cases.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, let me see if I got that. They were.
Yeah, why you pulling up like Italy? What they say it was 61 million cases. Basically they kind of quarantined up to 61 million people in Italy.
Right.
This is which one is it? Epidemic and a pandemic. Mm-hmm. So this is coming out to be a spread of plagues throughout the world. Now, when you think about Egypt, when the plagues happened, it was just in the nation. It was around in the land of Egypt. But these plagues are happening it's covering the whole earth. So the Lord is stretching forth His hand to destroy. And like I say, ultimately this comes down because we got to take the rulership of Esau down. Okay? You got to take the rulership of Esau down and also his minions. Okay? But like I said, the Lord's going to put it on the mind for the other nation to turn on Esau, on America, and basically they're going to shoot missiles over here to this land, which is America, which is a.k.a. Daughter of Babylon, a.k.a. Sodom and Egypt. You know what I'm saying? But the vibration of this land here, spiritually Sodom and Egypt, which is America, is spread throughout the world. Okay? The Western philosophies are going, and that's why the Lord said that the plagues, the wickedness basically reached up to the heavens. So what's going to happen now? The Lord is going to come, and those chariots, which is going to see curses upon the earth, they're going to continue. And all this is going to continue to it be basically destruction, martial law coming, everything. Destruction is coming now throughout the whole planet Earth. That's why we do what we come out and we have that fear. Wisdom, knowledge, the stability of our time. Okay? So we need that because we want to be delivered out of the day of the Lord, which is going to come as a terrible day. It's going to be darkness and light and not light.
Right. And the priest was right. You were right. It was 400. U.S. coronavirus cases reached 400. So now it's up to 500.
Right.
And there's actually another. There was a doctor, or let me see if I can find this real quick. There was a doctor that made a statement, and he was going into the fact of how things were going to go as far as the virus was concerned, man. I don't know where I got that. I know I had it.
Like I said, so these doctors, they in the know. A lot of them, hey, this thing is. They can probably see how this is gonna spread throughout. Okay, so like I say, we got the locust spreading. This virus, which is coronavirus, is spreading. What is it? COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Yeah. So you got to think. It hit America. It hit on the shores here a couple of weeks ago, and now what's about to happen? It's going to spread. It's going to multiply over and over. More and more. So all these cases we see now, you just got to think. If you got 500 cases, it's going to probably be double to triple the cases because that's the known cases or the known, the known cases. What about the unknown? I'm sure it probably surpassed the known cases.
Right, kind of. And I found that one of the brothers here in the Dallas camp, he posted this, and it says, which lines up with everything that we were just bringing out, how this virus is moving, man. And it reads, Presbyterian Hospital says he still does not have access to test kits. I'm here to tell you right now, and I don't know if this is a doctor speaking, I don't know who this is, but it says, I'm here to tell you right now, at one of the busiest hospitals in the country, I don't have it at my fingertips, he said. I still have to make my case, plead to test people. This is not good. We know that there are 88 cases in the United States. There are going to be hundreds by the middle of the week. There's going to be thousands by next week. And this is a testing issue. And this is 5 days ago. So that lines up with the 400 and then and now it's up to 500. This guy made that call. And this was like actually maybe 6 days ago now, Right. So this thing is moving exactly how this guy said that it would, man. You know what I'm saying? So this thing is these plagues, these pestilences, all these things are moving at a rapid pace, man. Very rapid.
Right. So I'm gonna read this a little bit in Italy. This is BuzzFeed News. It says coronavirus. 16 million people are under quarantine in Italy as the coronavirus outbreak continues. The lockdown is banning non-essential travel in and out of northern Italy, including the cities of Venice and Milan. After a jump in cases of COVID-19, the disease caused by the coronavirus, Italy ordered a quarantine affecting 16 million people in the country's north. That is a lot of people. All right. It says the decree was announced in the early hours of Sunday, prompting confusion from travelers as well as local officials who said they had not been kept in the loop about the plans. The order is affecting about a quarter of Italy's population, including the Lombardy region and more than a dozen other provinces, which are home of the cities of Milan and Venice. Now they said they wasn't even aware. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's even though they're quarantined, you got to think that's kind of like a state of martial law. Right. You ain't finna get out and go roam around the streets.
Right. Right. And they'll try to act as if it's not, man. But I'm like, you picking these people up against their will, throwing them in a truck and putting them in some little designated area or corner in the wall, man. But they'll try to say that's not martial law, man. It's a form of martial law.
It's a form of martial law. That's right. Yes.
I'll tell you what. I'll bring this out real quick because, you got these Christians and these unlearned out here thinking that they're gonna have some type. A lot of them not worried about it, and of course these Christians are just totally oblivious to reality. You know what I'm saying? And they think they're okay, man. But how are you truly okay? So I want to bring this out real quick. This is Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 10. It says, the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe. That's the only way you're going to be safe, man. First of all, you got to know the names. Right. And you got a lot of camps out here not even dealing with the names, man. You got certain camps calling on the wrong names. Ahia and Yeshaya. You know what I'm saying? Some still using Christ. Come on, man.
And they know the name.
And they know the names, man. And the scripture's clear. This is very clear. I'm gonna read again. Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe. And that righteous is talking about the elect, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the only ones that's going to actually call on the names in these times, man. And that's the only way you're going to be protected, man. Right. You're going to have that covering of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. And only those chosen vessels from the foundation of the earth that was chosen to conform to Yahushai are the ones who are going to have that covering, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Psalms 32 goes into those that was going to be the Lord was going to show impute. I'm trying to remember how it's, but it's in. You want to grab it real quick? Come. In Psalms 32 because I'm jacking it up and I don't want to. That guile. Those men that are going are not going to have that guile in their mouth, right. Man. It's also in Revelation the 14th chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? 32. Just start at verse 1.
32 and 1. It says, Psalm 32 and 1. This says, blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered.
Your transgressions are going to be forgiven. Your sins are going to be covered.
Yep.
Continue.
Blessed is the man unto whom Yahweh Shema Shai imputeth not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile.
Boom. The Lord has imputed a chosen amount of people, a number of people from the foundation of the earth who is going to be without guile, man, in their spirit, man. Right. Those are these men you see throughout the four corners of the earth, man, teaching this word the right way, man.
Right. And like I said, it starts with the name, and people are like, well, you can call it, the Lord got many names, No, the Lord, he tells you in Proverbs 30 and 4, he says, what is his name and what is his son's name that thou canst tell. Okay? And then when you go to, when you think about these Old Testament guys that just want to say it's all about the Old Testament, it lets you know that Yahweh has a son.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Because it said what is his name and what is his son's name.
Right.
So they have a name, so you just can't be calling him any name. Okay? And when you say it's Christ, that's my shot. That's basically saying he's a savior. And he's a savior of the nation of Israel, the elect mainly.
Right.
So when you go and say it's just a name, it's not just a name. That is a covering over you.
Right. Right.
Come on.
I got that Psalm 91.
Yeah. Come.
I'm bringing this up. This Psalms chapter 91. I'll start at the top of verse 1. And it reads, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Most High, which that's talking about the names and this truth, man. The true understanding of the scriptures.
Right.
Verse 2, I will say of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he is my refuge and my fortress. We just read, his name is a strong tower, man, and the righteous run into it. Man, this Bible is very clear, man. I will say of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. And the elect is going to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
Not in their carnal weapons like a lot of these guys are going out here to the gun ranges and different things like that. No, man, we're going to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ephesians 5, it says, what does it say? See that we walk in circumspect and not in schools.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Because these times are evil. Okay, so these times are evil. That's why we have to stay rooted and built up in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's going into Colossians 2, around the 6th or 7th verse. Right. So we got to stay rooted and built up because these days are evil. These times, okay? That's why the Lord said when these times come, you got to basically be prepared, because the things that's going to happen, you're going to be bugged out, going to see all these things that's about to happen. But like I say, because the flesh is weak for one thing, but if you spiritually secluded and spiritually dwelling in the house of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna, I ain't gonna say you ain't gonna have you're gonna kind of jump, but you're gonna basically, you gonna have that sound mind.
Right.
It's going into 2 Timothy. You're gonna stay in that sound mind. You have the self-control, and you're gonna have the understanding of these things that happen, and the Lord is gonna deliver me from these wicked times. And you're gonna have martyrs that are gonna have, of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But martyrs is gonna be willing and ready to go through what they, what the Lord have them going through. You know what I'm saying?
Got this. This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is his treasure.
Okay. So we fear the Lord. That's his treasure. Okay. So with that fear, we're doing the work. The Lord giving us that wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Okay. And that's what's going to be the stability of our time. We're gonna be stable minded. Right. Okay. We're gonna have that sound mind when these days ramp up. Because like Elder Malcolm, I watched one of his lessons the other day, and he said, like, say we might be in stage 2, if I'm saying it right. Right. But you don't know how many. We don't know how much the Lord is gonna ramp up. But the thing is, we have seen it ramp up just by since the end of last year. And we're just going to get into this third month,
Right.
8th month of March, you know, Esau's calendar.
Right.
But the thing is, look at all the stuff going on. Look at all the with all this stuff with the COVID-19, with the pestilence of the locusts, with these earthquakes, with these tornadoes and everything. There's still rumors of wars, as it says in Matthew 24, that's going on now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not even just rumors. Russia and who was that? Russia and Turkey. They actually are on the verge of a war. You know? So World War III, don't forget about that.
Right. Right. And if we'd have kept reading in second Ezra the 9th chapter, it was going to go into those perilous times, man.
Right.
Like the brother said, you know what I'm saying? The priest just bought out. You know what I'm saying? We're heading into perilous times. You know, where again, Matthew 24 says that it's beginning of sorrows. We're at the beginning state. We're in the beginning stages of some really ugly times, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to get real bad, and that reminds me of Daniel the 12th chapter, man. You know, we're coming into a time unlike there's ever been since there was a nation, man. So we've never seen it. We're only going to see it once, and we're never going to see it again, because after that, of course, the kingdom of heaven will be established in the earth. Right. You know, and I really like just to back the priest up. I bought that Isaiah 33 out because, like he said, that mind state has to be sound, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to have sound doctrine, which is going to lead to a sound mind state.
Right.
During a time of peril, which is going to lead to that salvation, which it says, you know, is the strength of salvation, man. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things is what it's about, man. But that begins and starts with the fear of the Lord. You got to know the names, man. You know, if you don't have the names, you're through. You know what I'm saying? So, you have something else?
Just a real quick one here. This is 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. It says, "For Yahweh has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." Okay? And then, like I said, a sound mind going to self-control. You're going to need that in these times. Because, like I say, even now, you have a lot of people in the world laughing, joking, thinking things that they're seeing on the news is not real. Now, we know the media, Esau's media, they're going to give you fill you in a bunch of lies, but you got to pick through through the bones. This is not going to get any better. It's going to get tougher. It's going to get worse.
Right.
That's why the Most High is called Al-Shaya, terrible demon-like power.
That's right.
Okay?
Right.
And just a quick note, just remind me of Jonah when he was on the boat. What all the people it was a big storm brewing in the waters, and the boat was going everywhere, and everybody was wondering what's going on. That was Al-Shaya. Okay? Terrible demon-like powers. And Jonah knew who it was. Okay? Those idol gods could do anything. And they try. And what did Jonah tell them? Throw me off the boat, and the Lord would basically settle down the seas. And they still tried to call praise to our Father, you know, to the Most High. And they also tried to call them to their own gods, you know, because they were the other nation.
Right.
It couldn't happen. So what they say? We got to throw them off the boat. But that was, and then with Egypt, the Lord has showed the power, and it shows his own record through the scriptures.
Right.
But we're so far away from our power, because the nation is cut us off from being a nation, going into 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. You know,
They're falling away.
yeah, yeah. The son of perdition has been revealed, but the thing is, we don't understand that Esau got our minds, because he's been having our mind for decades. Okay. So you have to break out of there, because the thing is, it's gonna happen, and nothing you can do. You're part of the movie, but you want to be on the right side of the sand, on that right side when the line is drawn.
Right.
You know.
Right. Right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good.
So with that, you know, Lord willing, this was edifying. You know, you got to keep pushing, because the thing is, you know, we coming into those times, and stay prayed up. With that, we'd like to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakam Kadash.
Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and lessons to the argument pushing his word, and truth and sincerity overall. The house is David. Just keep pushing and keep going. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.